my guns on, so when I reach the other side, I can show what it feels like to die. Bury me with my guns on, so when I'm cast out of the sky, I can shoot the devil right between the eyes. Bury me with my guns on, so when I reach the other side, I can show him what it feels like to die. Bury me with my guns on, so when I'm cast out of the sky, I can shoot the devil right between the eyes.
What's up, guys? Got a dinghy here, and I've got a video for you in my Super Conqueror. Now, I am in a platoon with Unbarred Moon, a former member of Nightmare, and a current member of Nightmare alive. Unbarred Moon is in the Chieftain, and Alive is running his E4. We are on the map El Alamein, and we go in the middle of the map. Something I tried out in my Type 5, which is actually a video I never did release yet. Holding that on the back burner. And I got quite a bit of spotting damage for that. So I thought I'd try it with the Super Conqueror and see how it went again. And, well, obviously it went well enough for me to decide to make a video about it. So, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get to it. Now, before we get to the video or the battle itself, I'm going to go over the loadout and equipment. Some of it is different in the battle. The recording is for the Ace Tanker video. The only main difference is going to be I have vents instead of a wet ammo rack. For the ammunition, it is 18, 17, and 5. In the video, it's a little different. I don't know why I had it that way, but I did. Equipment, rammer, stabilizer, and wet ammo rack, because I hear it's still bad. I'm still working with that. And then the consumables is the normal loadout I use, automatic fire extinguisher, small repair kit, and large first aid kit. And for my crew, we have repairs always in training, Sixth Sense, Smooth Ride, Brothers in Arms, Situational Awareness, Recon, Safe Stowage, and Track Mechanic. And before I start the battle, I just want to show the team list. I didn't give enough time on the recording to show it. So we have 9 tier 10s on my team, 8 tier 10s on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so tier 9s on the enemy team, and they got 2 tier 8s, with us having 3 tier 8s. Alright, so I am going to try out something that you don't usually see from this spawn point. I'm going to go right around the G5, G6 area and try and hold down and spot out anyone coming on south from on the right side of the map. There we go. There's my words. And I'm just talking to my platoon about what I'm wanting to do. I got Moon with me in this Chieftain. Alive is going to go to the usual areas you see your team go. And they got a light tank already pushing out to the 7 line to get some early spots. And the spot I want is right to the right of the cliffs I'm looking at right now. Almost where that light is, not quite that far though. So I'm going to go hold down there, and I'm going to shoot up at the ridges where you typically see the snipers, and I can get shots on the 8-9 line if there's anyone over there. And it's a really, really nice position to go to if you want some extra spotting assist. So we get to our spot. I'm going to light up the enemy bat, light tank, along with the 57 and Skoda. Light tank runs away. The other two try and line up a shot on me and Moon. Put a shot at the 57, but it looks like it either went through or just barely missed the side of his tank. Shoot at him again, hit the ground. He bounces off our turret, you know, because awesome spaced armor works like that. Skoda pokes up again. Looks like he's distracted by someone else, possibly the medium to my right. So we are allowed to put a couple shots at him. One of them goes in, and I think I line up another shot. And then he backs up. Yeah. So I fire, thinking he's still gonna back up, but he stops just beforehand. And the 57 is back for some more fun. So we continue to shoot at him. He shoots at us. He bounces. I miss. And then I got Moon also shooting at him. And put one or two in more into him, and he decides he's had enough. So we switch to the Skoda, trying to find a tiny little shot on that commander's hatch, but we don't quite get it in time. Look around and I see a lot more people over here than I thought I did, so I gotta keep an eye out on them. We got a possible 103. Waffle decides to let us put some free damage into him, so we take advantage of that. Moon puts his gun right in front of our face, so I have to back up just a little bit. And the 57 has now started shooting heat at us because his 2 clips of AP rounds weren't doing anything for him. And he did make the smart move by shooting at the chieftain instead of me, because if he shot at me, there was never going to be a chance for him to hit my cupola. He'll just be bouncing off my turret all day. Now this light car crosses right in front of us. We both put a shot into him, putting him in the 200 hit point territory, allowing anyone on our team to kill him in one shot. That was a very desperate move by him. So we start shooting the 57 again, who is now using HE because AP and heat aren't doing any good. And me and Moon are laughing about it at this point. He does do damage to us, obviously, because high explosives. And he misses his final shot. We bounce again off his turret. Our RNG is not quite working with us on this match. 30 takes a shot at us and bounces off our space armor. So we switch attention to the Tortoise, who just turns his tank in the nick of time for us to bounce the shot off the side of him. So we go back, check the Skoda. Tortoise decides he wants to give us some love, so we return the favor. And then turn back to the 30, who thought about poking, it looks like, but he backed up. Now all we're doing now is just micromanaging all the targets out in the field that are lit. Now that Conqueror, he's going to be around a while, so heads up on that. Now the 57 returns again, still wanting to shoot us, but alive, dispatches him for making that mistake. And then we return to just scanning around, looking for easy shots, seeing who wants to take a shot at us. Every time I poke, I get targeted. Now I'm pretty sure it's just the Conqueror doing that, but to be safe, I still look around for a bit. Skoda again starts to show his face again, so we try and fire, but that goes wild. Line up our shot again, but he backs away. I'm still targeted. I don't see the Conqueror. Oh, there he is. Still looking at us. So we just back up a little bit. And I'm just working the ridge, trying to see when he doesn't have a shot on me. So I gotta go back pretty far. I'm using Hesh now because I know my APCR is not going to pen that turret. So I just want to put a little bit of damage into him. Then we cross back up. And then T-30 starts pushing, so I decided to take a shot at him. Hit him in the side of the turret for 130 damage. Someone else hits him immediately after. I didn't catch how much damage it is, but he's getting kind of low on hit points. Now Moon has, I forgot to mention this earlier, Moon has moved up since he wasn't really getting any shots. So now we have 2 different angles we can shoot at these guys at. The Conqueror moved back behind that little cliff area, so I push up trying to get a shot on the Tortoise. Keep an eye on the 103. Now I do a little funky move with my camera here. I'm actually looking at the Tortoise to see which way he's facing. But I get a little bit close and he proxies me. So now I'm looking around to see if anyone's got a shot at me, because I do have a targeted notification. E100 pokes. I somehow pen him, probably through the drive wheel, and it went up to the underside of his tank, bypassing his spaced armor on the side, and all he does in return is track us. So we rush. I'm freaking out at this point. We rush to cover. I'm targeted. I let Moon know. He says he's got my back. I say okay, I don't have to worry about it. Check the Tortoise, check the Conch, make sure they don't have shots on me, and I just turn the turret to the back. Check the E3 to see if he's got a shot. He doesn't. So then we get behind cover. Tortoise looks like he's gonna try and get some side shots on us, but we have that heavy and I think it's the Borsig over there on the H4 line, keeping him back. And the Conqueror has again moved into position where he can shoot at us. I turn my turret for a split second and he puts one into us finally. Won't make that mistake again. Now we keep letting him shoot at us for a bit, waiting for shots. I miss one on the Sheridan, but Moon takes care of that for me. Still bouncing shots from the Conqueror. And then the Skoda peeks up, and I just barely am too slow to get the shot on him. We end up bouncing off the base of his gun. Now there is a spot on the Super Conqueror where you can pen. It's on the turret ring itself, directly below the gun. Now I have never tried it on the Conqueror, but I'm presuming since it's basically the same turret that I also have that kind of availability for me. But it's a very, very tough shot to hit. It's completely RNG based. The Conqueror fires, so we try and push at the Skoda, but he backs down, so we return to the safety of our hold down position so we don't get shot in the underplate, which that Conqueror should have just done. I think he would have had a very small opening for that, but instead he's still trying to shoot the commander's hatch. Now we're just waiting. That's the name of the game at this point. We're thinking about pushing this E100 behind me. Yep, there it is. Okay. Check the hit points, and I check everyone else around there. We're talking about it. I start to turn around right about here. There it is. To go and push into the E100, but I get spotted by the Waffle. Sorry, the Tortoise. Who's trying to come in at us. So we go take our attention back to him. Missed our first shot, so I load my hash round. I'm thinking I can kill him with one hash round. That's my goal. I guess go wait for him to poke again. We shoot, miss, and then the Waffle comes around. He gets hit for high explosive and backs up immediately. He got lucky on that one. Put another round at him, and I only hit him for 100. That is about 1/5 of the alpha damage that the hash rounds have in this. I think it's 550 alpha. Or like a 60-something pen. So now we back up. I'm going to go ahead and take the risk again to turn around and take care of the E100. This is where things pick up a little bit. So if you're bored, your patience will be rewarded. I tell him I've got plenty of hit points. I'll push in. He says he's got my back. He shoots, I believe. Yep, there it is. Misses. I hit the tracks. Track him. I see the Skoda trying to get a shot, so I side scrape off the E100. The Kronenbahn kills him. I fluff my shot on the turret because I get tracked by that the Sheridan, I think is what it was. But we put in and went in to the base of the E100. Waffle hits me, and Unbarred Moon dispatches him out of the game. So now we push forward. I know the Tortoise is probably right around this area still. So I've got the front since I've got the most armor. There's the Tortoise. Look for a shot. While Moon crosses to get another angle. He trades shots with the Sheridan, but unfortunately the Sheridan kills him. Now I didn't expect the Sheridan to cross, so I didn't react fast enough to get the shot on him. That shot would have really helped me out here in a minute. Now the Conqueror is back again, and he's trying to push into us, not realizing I got a TD supporting me. So I put one into him. He tries to side scrape off this dead platoon mate of mine. I put one into him after he fires at the TD. He tries to flank around me, so I go up the hill. I know he's going to put one into me, but that's fine. I've got the hit points for it, and my reload should be a little bit faster than his. So I know I've got the angle on him at that point, but the TD kills him. And then the Sheridan comes back right there, and I couldn't figure out where it was at first until I saw the red dot on my screen. But we trade shots almost exactly at the same time, but he kills me because I was side on. So at this point, Whole platoon is dead. I got 15 pens, 10 assistance ribbons. We're just crossing our fingers, telling each other we hope that our team would win. Because that would have been a lot of work for nothing. So I'm watching the Kronvon, since he's got a pretty good angle on all these guys. Just waiting, aiming in, kills the tortoise, lines up a shot for the light, and he gets it with the victory. Carried by the Kronvon. Right to victory. That was a very mentally tough fight for me to get through. Very nail-biting for us. But we end up with almost 200,000 silver. Don't worry, that is completely off this best of the best 5 op. We actually would have lost about 1,600 silver out of that. Excuse me. 4,700 damage, 2,800 assistance, and we blocked 7,000 damage. And we got a Confederate medal. Now, you may have noticed it said a Class 1 Mastery Badge. That's only because I only got 1 kill out of that whole battle. If I had gotten 1 or 2 more kills, it most likely would have been an ace tanker. Hope you guys liked the video. You can also check out Clone Guy 72 and Space Bandit. Links to both of their channels are in the description. I'm Got a Dingy, and I'll see you next time.